The perpetrator is said to have gained access by climbing up onto this roof, right outside of the third-floor offices of the communication building. He then climbed in through an unlocked window and proceeded to travel from office to office through the ceiling tiles. This friendly competition has led to huge success and big numbers for the cans, including this stack, which is 700 cans donated by one anonymous student. However, even with the competition, it wouldn't be as big of a success without the support and goodwill of the College of Business. Early voting in Arkansas has started, so registered voters can go to their polling place on or before Election Day. Students can find out where their polling place is by contacting the Arkansas Secretary of State. Rachel Bjornestad, ASU TV News.
I came to my office to get a little work done and noticed that the door to my office was wide open. I never leave my door open.
December 28th seemed like a typical quiet day of winter break on A-State's campus.
Walked in, saw that my office was ransacked.
But in the communication building, 7 faculty members were left reeling as they found out their offices had been broken into.
He rummaged through my office and found some money that I had in my desk drawer for a conference that I collected from some students. So he took that.
The perpetrator is said to have gained access by climbing up onto this roof, right outside of the third-floor offices of the communication building. He then climbed in through an unlocked window and proceeded to travel from office to office through the ceiling tiles. Video footage shows the suspect walking out of the building. In his hands is Robert's case of CDs, a 20-year music collection he used for research and production.
The production of my radio show has pretty much come to a halt. Though I still have enough old shows that I can rerun on KASU, I guess from this point on.
In an email, University Police Officer Brian Shelton said patrol had been stepped up in the area and footage from the surveillance cameras was being reviewed.
I've already started to rebuild some. I got first couple of CDs that were a part of that collection that were gone. Now it's going to take me probably years to rebuild it.
Despite the unexpected theft, most faculty members still feel that security at ASU is adequate.
I still feel secure in this building, and I definitely now don't leave my computers and iPads, stuff that you can walk away with now in my office when I'm gone. So.
Rachel Bjornestad, ASU TV News.
The school has a policy regarding inclement weather conditions. Those decisions are made through the administration.
When the university cancels classes due to inclement weather, the official email bears the name of the Director of Media and Communication, Regina Bowman.
After those decisions have been made, I'm notified and I send the emails out to all media and to the students and to the faculty and staff.
During last year's storms, students took to Twitter while waiting for updates, sparking a hashtag bearing her name.
Well, when it first started, I had broken my ankle and I was in the hospital. And it was the days that we were having, it was like single-digit temperatures and ice, and not being able at that time to be out here, I didn't know how it was going to turn out. And then that's when people started making comments about some of the student remarks.
Since then, the hashtag has become the centering point for photos and witty remarks.
I got one not long ago. It showed a skeleton sitting on a bench, and then underneath it, it said, hashtag Regina, we've been waiting for your call. And then there was one that was kind of like an Oprah Winfrey thing, where they were making a parody of her.
But with all the fun comes a word of caution, as parody accounts of hashtag Regina have started to surface.
We recently changed mine to hashtag the real Regina. So if you get anything from that one, that's legitimate.
Overall, Bowman is glad that the messages she sends are well received.
I'm glad they enjoy it, but it is a serious thing and we want them to pay attention to the message.
Rachel Bjornestad, ASU TV News.
I never was a subject of the Thrasher stare, but I knew about it. I had students who came and talked with me about it, but it usually came about when someone knew or someone was trying to get something by her.
A strong advocate and loving friend. Those are just a few words to describe Bonnie Thrasher.
I think that Bonnie Thrasher embodied the spirit of freedom of expression and free speech.
At her memorial, friends, family, and former students shared the many ways she made an impact.
Thrasher was always very invested in molding us into the journalists that she knew we could be.
And she was not shy about telling you when you messed up, when you made a mistake.
What I loved about Bonnie is that she would tell you what you needed to hear. Not always what you wanted to hear, but what you needed to.
Bonnie was not afraid of anything.
I knew from the moment that I'd met her that I wanted to be her friend.
In and out of the classroom, students, faculty, and staff looked to her for guidance.
She was very caring. There's no doubt about that. She was easily approachable.
When controversial issues came up or when issues came up related to student welfare, she was on the side of the student.
In her 22 years of teaching, it is clear that Bonnie Thrasher left her mark on Arkansas State University.
We have some big shoes to fill, and faculty will have to fill some of those. Alumni may have to fill some of those, and students will have to fill some of those. We have to be able to uphold the journalistic principles that we hold so dear.
She's been someone that we didn't just see as a faculty member, but as a friend and someone that we could go to with anything. And I think that's exactly how she would want to be remembered.
Rachel Bjornestad, ASU TV News.